Rishi, shall we start the webinar?
Sir, the participant is here?
Yeah, I think he's here.
Okay, sir. Then we'll start, sir.
Okay, there are no other students.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, we can start, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Afsha, just share the screen, please.
Okay, just give me a minute. Is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Mr. Shashwat, can we go ahead?
Yeah, we can start. So welcome everyone, okay, to this webinar. So we are starting, okay? Students?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, go. Start up.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Welcome everybody to the data science webinar. This is Afsha Meher, your host today, and I'll guide you throughout the webinar. Okay. Moving ahead. These are the contents. I'll be walking you through the contents. Firstly, we'll discuss about the Spearhead Eduventures. Secondly, why data science? Why should you opt for data science? Thirdly, about the course. Fourthly, how will the training and internship go parallelly? Later on, we'll be discussing the frequently asked questions, followed by the curriculum, the placement prep, the certificates, placement assistance, doubt assistance, registration process for the training, batch start date for the training, and doubt sessions. So in the end, we'll be having a doubt session in which right now we'll be distributing you a form through your WhatsApp, over your WhatsApp. And at the end of the webinar, you can collect all your questions, all your queries, and then Mr. Shashwat will clear all your queries in the end. Okay, you can check your WhatsApp for the forms right now.
I'll be sending you the forms in a few seconds, okay? You can fill it whenever you feel any doubt, you can just fill it up.
Okay, at any point of time, if you feel any query or you have any query, you can fill that form. And at the end also, we'll give you some time that you can fill the form, you can collect all your questions, and then you can go ahead. Okay, starting off with the introduction to the company. Firstly, I'll introduce you to the company. We are Spearhead Eduventures. We have 25 years of experience in admission and skill training. We are registered under Ministry of Corporate Affairs under Government of India. We have 5 verticals. The first is the admission guardian. The second is the college finder. The third is the CF trainings. The fourth is the ideal career. And the fifth is the doubt bit. I'll give you a little gist about what all these are. So first is the admission guardian. Actually, the admission guardian deals in regular admission in various fields such as engineering, medical, mass communication, etc. Throughout India and abroad. Okay, College Finder is a platform where you can find all the details about all the colleges, such as the images, the fees, the fee details, and a lot more. It is basically a platform where you can find the details of the colleges. Okay, the CF trainings is a part of College Finder where we provide you with the trainings of your program and internship. Ideal career. Ideal stands for Institute of Distance Learning, Distance Education and E-Learning. Basically, this is as same as the admission guardian, just it deals with the education abroad, like distance education. Okay. And the doubt bin. The doubt bin is a platform for the Q&A sessions for the students. If the students have any query about anything or their careers, it's a platform for clearing their queries. Moving ahead with, why should we offer data science? Mr. Kaustav will now discuss why should you offer data science. So over to you, Mr. Kaustav.
Sure. Thank you so much, Afshan, for letting me this opportunity. Well, hello and good morning to all of you. My name is Kaustav Riker, and I'm a Python trainer at College Finder. Also, I would like to acknowledge you, the future CXOs, about one of the highest paying job in the industry. It's our honor to have a webinar with one of the finest MBA college in India. Okay. So we, the College Finder team, are doing a great job in acing up the skills and prepare students for the future. And data science is the future, guys. Thus, I'm here to help you understand why data science. Okay, let's break this term into two. So, according to the Oxford Dictionary, data is something which is facts and statistics collected together for reference and analysis. And science is an observatory and experimental way to get the meaning and insights of the data. And the data scientists are the one who performs this task. Okay. Now, some of you must be wondering, why data science? This is the question, obviously. So I'll give you the most common use case. Data science by far is used to make a business decision. This is a very common case out in the industries. Though there are many, but this is the one, common one. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Let's say a mobile franchisee wants to open their shop in a city one. With some market research, they found out that the city 2 has more sales. Okay. With some another statistical research, they found out. Hello.
Yeah, you're having issues?
Yeah, I think I have the connectivity issues.
You are audible nicely.
Okay. So I'll continue again. So some of the more data exploration will help the business understand that's one more potential, but less retention rate. Now, this is the way how business will decide where to open a franchisee. Now, the data scientists come into picture. They build a predictive model. Overall,
Aksha, I think we should continue with the next slide. I don't know what happened to Costa. Yes, Aksha, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Sorry, I was on mute. You can connect with Mr. Kaustav and then we can move forward with the next slide right now.
Yeah, we can move with the next slide. I'll just call him back again and he'll give this speech again, okay?
Okay, sure.
Because that's a very important, crucial part of this. Why data science, right?
Right, okay. Okay, so nextly we'll be discussing about the duration and how will the internship go parallel. So this will be discussed by Mr. Shashwat. So over to you, Mr. Shashwat.
Yeah, so see, the duration of this program is if you do this program, if you consume 1 hour of video every day, then you can do this within 60 days. Okay, and see, you have to keep this in mind. To consume 1 hour of video, you'll have to at least sit for two hours every day. So if you do it for like around 60 minutes every day, then you can complete it within 60 days. And that was the duration, but you still have time up to 120 days. And this is also the most frequently asked question. And what was the second thing, Aksha? Why did you stop the presentation?
Oh, just give me a minute. I'll present again. How will the internship go parallelly?
Yeah, so see, this is this concept is very new to most of us. This is like the internship and the training will go parallel. This way, it will help you to like move forward without like forgetting anything. See, this will go like first we'll teach you all the topic. For example, let's say topic 1. So first we'll teach you the topic 1, then you will be doing a project on that. So this is alternate. So next you will be we'll be teaching you the second topic, then you will be doing the project on that based on that topic. So parallelly, all the projects you are doing is being counted towards the internship, okay? And the training, the course, the topic 1, topic 2, all these topics you are studying is actually the training. So the training and internship is actually going parallelly with every topic you are learning, okay? So yeah, next slide please, Aksha.
Thank you, Mr. Shashwat. Now I'll be walking you through the timeline of the program. The whole program is divided into 5 steps. The step 1 would be the training and projects as addressed by Mr. Shashwat. That will be having approximately 60 hours of modules and videos and 13 projects. So you'll be completing that in the program. Step two would be the placement preparation, which includes two major parts. That is the LinkedIn building and the resume building. So you will learn about that. Step three would be the quiz. These will be the easy questions from your program and your training. Step 4 will be the certificates. This will be the distribution of certificates to all the students and candidates who are a part of the program. And step 5 would be the placements. The step 5 is the last step. After the training, the placement procedure would start. Okay. Moving ahead. Now I'll be discussing some frequently asked questions. So question number 1, what is the eligibility? There is no such any specific eligibility criteria, as there are no boundaries in the field of study or age. Any candidate who is interested in data science, whether to change their career at a later age or maybe start one at a younger age, they can enroll themselves, as we are gonna start from the beginner level and from the very starting. So anybody who is interested is welcomed. Question number 2, I'm from a non-IT background. Is it fine? It is completely fine if you're from a non-IT background. It doesn't matter if you're from an IT background or not. As discussed in the previous question, and as I said, that it doesn't matter from which field, from which study background you come from. If you want to pursue data science, and we are going to start from the basic level, so you are welcomed. Live classes or pre-recorded sessions. We will be having pre-recorded sessions primarily for 3 reasons. As the course is online, we have allowed students from all countries, and due to the difference in time zones, live streaming is not possible. So people cannot sit for live streamings because of the difference in the time zones. So that is why a pre-recorded session. Number 2 reason, as you know, there is no age or work limitations, as I discussed in the previous 2 questions as well. So some students might have jobs, some might have college. So every student can't sit at the same time for attending the same stream. So that is why the second reason for the pre-recorded session. The third reason would be, as the syllabus is huge and the time is limited, we have to edit our parts where the speaker and the trainer is typing or specifically not teaching anything. So just to cut out the extra time, we have pre-recorded sessions as well. Other question is, how many hours a day? So basically, we have, as I discussed and as Mr. Shashwat addressed, we have approximately 60 hours video. So if a person sits for 1 hour per day, he can complete the course and the program in 60 days. But still, you will have 120 days in your hands to complete the whole program. So you can do it at your will. Question number 5 and question number 6, how to get doubt support and placement assistance. This will be discussed later in the webinar as well, so you can see that. Moving ahead with training curriculum. Mr. Harsh will now discuss the training curriculum. Over to you, Mr. Harsh.
Thank you so much, Afshan. Now I'll be sharing my screen. So am I audible and my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So moving forward, I am Harsh Chaudhary and I am the instructor of R programming and statistics. So first of all, I'll be telling you all that which all modules we have in our program and curriculum. So going with the module 1, that is orientation and introduction to data science. So here we will be giving orientation video by Afshan and Kaustubh sir. Then we will be discussing about what is data science and what are the roles of data scientists in this field. Then we will be discussing that the need of data science and what problems we can solve using the data science. Then we'll be discussing about the difference between AI, ML and DL. Then after that, we will be discussing the job roles and the salary and scope of a data scientist. Now moving to the next module, that is Python programming. So whenever we talk about data science, the first word that comes to us is Python programming. So here we will be discussing about the companies that use Python programming for building their applications. And after that, we will be setting up the environment of everyone's environment for the Jupyter or Anaconda. Then we'll be discussing about the fundamentals of Python that are, for example, variables are there, numbers, Boolean strings, comments, and comparison of operators, logical operators, all these things. Then after that, we'll be discussing about the data types. And that are the various type of data types, such as numbers, strings, tuples, matrices, etc. Then we'll be moving forward to the loops. So here we have for loops and while loops. And after that, we'll be discussing about the condition that are if else, if, nested if else. And then after that, we'll be discussing about some of the pre-installed or user-defined library that we'll be using. And after that, we'll be giving you introduction to Kinter, that is a Python library. And then afterwards, we will be giving the knowledge about the Spyder IDE. So moving forward with the module 3, that is computing with NumPy and Pandas. Here we will be doing mathematical computations with Python using NumPy. Here the first topic that we'll study is arrays. So arrays are the data types of a programming language, and we'll be discussing about the dimensions, operations, and some functions that will perform on arrays. After that, we have pandas. So here we will be teaching you all that how to set up pandas on your PC and the environmental setup. Then we'll be discussing about some of the operations that we perform on pandas that are adding or removing columns or sorting algorithms and all these things. Then coming to the fourth module, that is R programming for statistics and data science. Here I'll be giving you the introduction of R. I'll teach you how to install R on your computer. Then we'll be discussing about the basic concepts that you should know, that are the prerequisites for any programming language, that are operators, arithmetic operators, relational and logical operators. Then moving forward, we will go to data types in R. So here we will study what are the data types in R and types of data such as numeric data, integer data and all. Then we'll be going through array data type, factor data types, and data frames in R. I know right now all these things will be going ahead of your brain, but don't worry, we are here to manage all these things, and we'll do this together. Then the third part is variables in R. That is a variable definition. We'll define and declare and then initialize the variables in our R programming. Then we will be finding the scopes of variable, that are the dynamic scoping and lexical scoping. After that, we'll go to the control flow of any statement in our program. Inside it, we have if-else condition, nested if-else, for loop, while loop, do-while loop, all these loops will be there. And return statements and next statements will be there. We'll be working on these little functions. Then we have functions, that is we'll define the function, then function components. Then we will be using arguments to add some function, subtract some function, and we'll be learning how to call a function and all the small type of functions that we use in our programming. Then we have data structures. So data structure is the basic pillar of any programming language, as all of you know. So here we will be learning about the strings, vectors, list, arrays, and matrices and all. After that, we have object-oriented programming. Here we will be learning about classes and object. We'll create a class and we'll call classes inside our function. Then inheritance is there, abstraction of programming is there, and polymorphism will be there. After that, we'll go to error handling, that is how to handle error and how we can solve it. After that, we have data interfaces. Here we will be learning about we'll be working on CSV files and XML files, and we'll be little bit going with the databases in R programming. Then we have the fifth module, that is advanced statistics and probability with R. So here we will be learning about the mean, median, and mode of any statistics or data given to us. Then we'll be doing ANOVA test in R programming. Then skewness and kurtosis in R programming is there. Hypothesis testing, all these measure we will be doing. Then we have the sixth module, that is introduction to machine learning algorithms. So here we will be learning totally different things there. We'll be learning about machine learning. So what is machine learning, how machine learning works, and all these basics of a machine learning. We will be doing this on Jupyter Notebook. Then we have different algorithms for regression and classification. Then we have a model of flow in machine learning. Then we will learn how to classify model building. Then we'll go through statistics, that what are statistics, the types of statistics, then what are the data. Then we have different tests like Z-test, T-test, chi-square test. Then we'll be doing some introduction to artificial neural network. Then we'll be going to convolution neural network, and after that we have a recurrent neural network. So these things we'll be learning inside our machine learning module. Then the 8th module, that is ML models and popular companies. So here what we have to do is already we have got some knowledge of machine learning from the 7th module. Then here we will be getting a knowledge that which companies use machine learning as their working. So here we have the list of some companies, that is Google, NASA, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Tesla and all. So this will be our 9th module. Then in 7th module, then in 8th module, we have data visualization in R. So here we will be learning about the graphs, line graphs, bar graph, histogram, scatter plots, R pie charts and box plot. Then we will be doing some data visualization with Python, that is on Matplotlib or Seaborn. So in Matplotlib, we have data, we have bar plot, histogram plots, and area plot, etc. And in Seaborn, we have violin plot, count plot, box plot, pair grid, etc. So that's all for 8th module. Then we have 9th module, that is we will be touching a little bit of our backend, that is SQL for our database. So we'll be learning what is SQL, why do we use SQL, then data types of SQL, different functions, different queries we will be learning, and commands we will be learning of our SQL. Then we have advanced Microsoft Excel course. So here we will be learning about the Excel worksheet, how to work on it, then rows and columns, transpose, formulas, Excel functions. So that's all with our module. Thank you so much. Now I am handing over to Afshan.
I'm sorry, I'll interrupt in between, Afsha. But see, I was sitting here and I was looking at the syllabus. It seems very vast. So I just want to tell everyone that don't I know each and most of the things went out of your heads. Actually, I just saw that form you all filled in pre-webinar form, and most of you, maximum of you, are new to this field. So you don't have to worry about this. Since the beginning, we are already telling you that we will be covering complete basics for every topic. Okay. So if anyone was scared of this syllabus, so don't worry. I was here for this. Okay. Yeah, Afsha, what's the next slide?
Okay, just I'm presenting my screen again. Okay, so moving ahead with now Mr. Adarsh will discuss about the projects and what are the projects. So over to you, Mr. Adarsh.
Thank you, Afshan. I'm sharing my screen. So hello everyone, I am Adarsh Lalchandani, and I will be working with you guys as your project trainer. So what actually are the projects? Let's move ahead. First project you will be building is student portfolio. And student portfolio is basically nothing but an application or a website that can be represented as your skill set using your own skills. Another program we will be building is rock, paper, and scissors, which will be a fun game that you can play in your break time. And after your break time is over, you can head over to the third project, which is multiplication tables generator. For example, imagine if someone asks you to tell the multiplication table of number 97. You can be able to program the multiplication table of 97, and not only the number 97 table, you can be able to program any number the user wants. So this is the whole thing the project works. And after that, till now we worked with Python to find only one multiple of number. This fourth project, real calculator, will help us to calculate the result for users' equation, basic equations like 2 plus 4 or 12 plus 32, like that. All operations can be performed. Until now, we use Python to execute one single task at a time, while the fifth project will help us to rename n number of files at the same time. That is why it is named as bulk file renamer. And after we are done with the staying behind the program part, it's time to come in front and seek for the results of some quite practical questions, like when did a user last used his credit card? So such kind of questions can be solved using Pandas library of Python. Again, seventh project would be for refreshment, and you will be listening to a music of genre that is recommended by a machine based upon your age and gender. So, as we now know, our machine is smart enough to predict the music genre of people, so we can push its limits and we can make it predict the car prices using our 8th project. And a question strikes in my mind that how can one buy a car after his credit card goes default? So that's when our ninth project comes into picture. We will be creating credit card defaulters using artificial neural networks. And all these 3 projects fall into the same category called machine learning. Interesting as heaven. And then after solving so much complex questions, you should look after some real life and real world serious critical issues using your programming skills, that is COVID data tracking and analysis. Now, after you tracked the data, you can smartly store it in an online database, and which will be a SQL database, which will be available in easily readable tabular format. And that is our 11th project. And as your internship is College Finder, the final project will be similar to what we are doing in here at College Finder. So we will be managing the data that is obtained using Microsoft Excel. So that is all about projects in this program. And over to you, Akshan. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Adarsh. Now moving ahead, please give me a minute to present my screen. The registration process and the fee waiver. This will be sent you through the WhatsApp after this webinar, so you can register yourself and check in for more details. Moving ahead with. Now I'll tell you a little about your trainers. So starting off with Kaustav Braiker from Mumbai. He'll be teaching you Python programming. Jibril Isimbabi from Nigeria. He'll be teaching you NumPy and Pandas. Kartikeya Dev Sharma from Delhi. He'll be teaching you data science introduction. Harsh Chaudhary from Mumbai. He'll be teaching you R programming. Adarsh Lalchandani. He's from Ahmedabad and he'll be your project trainer. Jailen Shiju. She's from Madurai and she'll be a SQL trainer. Now, Nawaf Al-Madwadi, he's from Yemen. He'll be teaching you Microsoft Excel. Srijoy Chaudhary, he's from Bangalore. He'll be teaching you machine learning. As discussed, as I introduced myself earlier as well, I'm Afsha Meher. I'm from Jamshedpur and I'll be guiding you through placement preparation. Tushar Badak, statistics and data visualization. He's from Surat. Anis Suraya, she's from Malaysia. She'll be teaching you Matplotlib and Seaborn. Sanskriti Rai, she's from Jalandhar and she'll be teaching you basic machine learning. Moving ahead with the query session. Now everybody has 5 minutes. You can collect all your queries, all your questions. You can fill up the form right now and you can fill up right now and Mr. Shashwat will clear it after a few minutes.
Okay, like we'll wait for a few minutes, okay? And you have the time to fill up the form. I'll just send you the form within a few seconds.
The form will be shared again. So, Mr. Shashwat,
I'm just sending it into the group.
Yeah.
See, students, you have received the form again, and you can use that for the queries. Is Kaustav here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaustav, you just wanted a few minutes, I think.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, please can you go ahead?
That would be kind enough.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So guys, I want to tell you a few more things about this data science. Okay. Very first of all, I hope you understood the entire slide and entire presentation. On the second thing, data science is very less of coding, but more about knowledge. So see, guys, we get a lot of mails from the students saying that we have pursued MBA, we have pursued some management course and management degree. How can we transit our career into data science? Very first of all, as I said, data science is very less of coding, but more of domain knowledge and domain expertise. So if you are into this, if you got this business degree, okay, or if you pursue MBA, there are very high chances of you to become a business analyst. On the contrary, later on, you can transition into much more things. So do not get disheartened. And coding is very few inside this. It is more of statistics. It is more of analytics. Okay. And that is what MBA teaches you. Inside MBA, you have more of statistics and analytics. You have data to work upon. And that is how you later on make a business decisions. So there are a lot of tools included inside data science. There is Excel, there is Python programming, there is the backend SQL and all. So please guys, if you're scared of something and if you think that this is another level of, let's say, a software programming course or something like that, it's not. Please let me tell you.
Okay. Kaustav was actually traveling the whole night yesterday, and today morning I invited him and said we have a webinar. So see, he was just like pausing a lot of, but he felt like he wanted to speak again, so he wanted a few more minutes. So I appreciate that he came for this webinar without any hesitation, and he said very well. Okay, and yeah, Kaustav, thanks for that.
It is all mine. Thank you so much. And thank you, Dr. Abhishek, sir. It's really, warming to have all of you and present some things to you all. Thank you so much.
Okay, so shall we start answering your queries? Yeah, so the very first question is, I'm sorry, I have the monitor on the left of me, so I'll just look at there. So the very first question is, can I become an analyst after this course? So you will be happy to know that like the most of the students, the very major 3 job roles which you can get after this course is, the very first is junior data scientist, second is data analyst, as well as business analyst. So if you want to go into the field of analyst, go become an analyst, it would be very nice for you. Okay, even the curriculum has a lot of visualization and analyzation part. Okay, so the next question is how we are going to get the materials to study. So see, every PDF needed, or maybe any study material, any book or something, everything will be online. First of all, we won't ship it to your homes. And the second thing, how you'll be attending the classes, right? So we have the website trainings.collegefinderindia.com. You don't have to remember that. I'll just send you. So on the website, there's a complete dashboard, and daily on the exact time you'll get the lessons, and you have to do it. Okay. And also the course is really very much flexible. So as After told you that few has colleges, few has jobs, right? So what we have done is we will tell you what to do today, but will not tell you when to do that. So you have a basic schedule that when to do, at what day you have to do what, but will not tell you that sit at 8 a.m. or sit at 8 p.m. and do this. Okay, so the whole day you have the time. You can sit at any time whenever you are flexible. On the website, you will just go through the videos, and the videos is the actual platform. Sorry, the website is the actual platform where you will be studying. And yeah, there is no mobile app for that. Okay. And all the PDF and the study materials, everything will be available right below the lesson. Wherever you need that, you'll find it right below that. Okay. And I just highlight that how to get doubt assistance right there when you study now. as soon as like instantly you get some doubt in your head mind, you just pause the video and you have the Q&A panel right there. Okay, you just pause the video, ask your question there, and within a few minutes you'll get the answer through maybe your mentors or maybe some other student who is right now studying there. You will get the answer. Okay, so next question was, it's very long actually, but what I can understand that he has a MacBook, and will the software that we'll be using will be paid or free? Will the sessions will be recorded or live? This has been answered. Okay, so he has like a lot of doubts, so I'll just cover it one by one. Okay, the very first thing you'll be learning on MacBook, that's no issue, because all the installation processes will be told you in Windows as well as MacBook. And also the Python trainer for the Python tutorials, we are actually using a MacBook to teach. So there's no issue with that. You can use MacBook or Windows. All softwares are available in multiple platforms. Second, paid applications or free apps. See, every app will be open source. Every app will be free to use. The one thing, give me a second. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, so every app will be free and open source. The only app that's paid is Microsoft Excel. Okay, so you'll have, like most of us has a PC that is pre-installed with Excel. So that's the only thing you'll have to look upon that you have access to Microsoft Excel. That's all. No other paid apps or something we need. Okay, and live or recorded, you have the answer. Internship will be parallel with the training, so you don't have to do internship with some other company and training with some other. One more question that has already been answered. That was actually this question was from pre-webinar form. That's the reason why you have asked these questions. So the last question was work from home or you have to present in the organization. So I think you all know now that this will be completely online 100%. Okay. A few more doubts. Project submission process. So the process for project submission will be told you while you will be attending your classes, and when you reach your first project, you have a complete guide in how to submit your project and how the mentors will check your projects. Okay, and also there are around 13 projects, 12 projects as Mr. Adarsh told you, and all those, like for everyone, all the 12 projects will not be evaluated. But in random, we'll be checking any of your projects, and not any one. Around 3-4 projects for each of them you will be checked. Okay, and there's a project news. These things will be told you again. Okay, I'm just making it clear. There's a project with T-Kinter. We say it Kinter. I don't know the exact pronunciation. I'm not into much of this. So while Harsh sir was telling you the syllabus, he said we'll have Kinter in that. So we have a project for Kinter. And that's not necessary to do. Rest of all, we didn't even mention that Kinter project. So that's not necessary. Rest of all the 12 projects are necessary for you to be done. Okay. When the course will start. So 28th, 29th and 38th. These 3 days you have for the registration, and we will be starting from 1st of December. Okay. 1st of December, anytime, as I already told you, we have flexibility. So you will be knowing that what to do on 1st of December, but we'll not tell you when to do that. Which domain you can join in data science domain. I think if you do this course, you can. I've already told you the job roles, so I don't need to repeat that. Junior data scientist, data analyst, and business analyst. These 3 are the most major job roles you can go into after this course. Yeah, and MacBook and Windows are similar. Okay, so this was it, and thank you everyone for joining. And we'll just conclude this session. Thank you, and you'll be getting that registration process as well as what the fee is for all the students and what we are giving it for the Symbiosis students. So you'll be knowing that, and we'll just send it in the group. Okay. Shall we end? Please tell me, everyone.
So please send all the modules in the group also, so that we all are aware that what we are going to learn.
Sure, Rishi.
Yes, sir.
Shashwat sir.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Dr. Abhishek here.
Yeah, hi, sir.
Hello. First of all, it was a very good session. Thanks for organizing this. And I'm really sorry this can be done only on Sundays because they are very busy during weekdays. So I'm really sorry for this to all the team members. But it was a brilliant session. I hope they get maximum out of it. Thanks for making some these things easy for our students.
Yeah.
Right. Looking for further partnership. Thank you. Thank you, Shashwat.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir, for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Okay. Shall we end the session? You all can start leaving. Okay. I'll be the last one to exit.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.